Hi everyone, I'm just going to do a short presentation today about why puppy mills should be banned. So my name is Candace. Start off by saying I absolutely love dogs. I have four, one of which I rescued about 3 years ago. Her name is Molly, and there's a picture of her on the screen here. She kind of inspired me to be a little bit more passionate about rescuing dogs instead of purchasing them or getting them from breeders. So Molly was rescued. She was found in poor conditions. She was used for breeding. Her tail is docked, so she could fit into a small cage, and she's really kind of nervous. Not really so much anymore, but for a while she was nervous about going in the grass, cars when they drove by. Going for walks makes her really nervous. That being said, though, Molly, I do think is one of the lucky ones because she was rescued and is now in a very loving home. And not all dogs um, get that opportunity. Here's just one more picture of Molly here. You can see in the picture here, her tail is docked, meaning that it was cut off and is shorter than it should be, which is not really typical for dachshunds. They usually have long tails. So a little introduction here. Dog breeding, which can be a safe practice when done right, but there are many dog breeders out there that keep dogs in unsafe conditions and are overbreeding them to make money off of their puppies. Not all dog breeders are bad, and not all of dog breeders are puppy mills. So I hope by the end of this presentation you know a little bit more about what to expect when purchasing a puppy, know the difference between puppy mills and responsible dog breeders, and that you agree that puppy mills should be banned across the United States. So what is a puppy mill? A puppy mill is mass breeding kennels that ignore the well-being of puppies and mother dogs. The mothers often get little to no medical treatment, are unkept, and often sick. The puppies are usually sick too, as they do not get vet checkups or vaccinations as they should. Dogs in puppy mills are kept for the sole purpose of breeding and selling their puppies. The adult dogs are not usually interacted with and are usually kept in confined small cages, usually with more than one dog, and then they tend to be kind of dirty and have urine and feces around. And then when the mom and dads can no longer produce puppies, they're usually killed or abandoned. So usually the dogs are unhealthy. They get minimal veterinary or no veterinary care at all. Puppies are often sick and require a lot of care when they arrive to their new homes. The issues they usually have are intestinal parasites, parvovirus, canine distemper, bladder infections, ear and skin issues, and more. In addition to physical illness, they often have emotional illnesses and are not socialized and are rarely interacted with. Here's just a few pictures of what a puppy mill may look like. Kind of see all the dogs crammed into small cages. The dogs are kind of scared and their hair is overgrown and matted. So there's also these puppy brokers, which usually internet sales, flea markets, face-to-face sales, and majority of pet stores that sell puppies are getting those dogs from puppy mills. Dog brokers are middlemen that get the puppies from the puppy mills and sell them to either customers or pet stores. So when you're dealing with a dog broker, it's usually, you're not seeing the puppy mill and you're not seeing, where this puppy came from. So a puppy broker usually offers a large range of breeds, and they're found advertising on the internet, usually. And according to the ASPCA, there are currently about 300 USDA licensed puppy brokers in the United States. Breeders are happy to work with brokers because many brokers will buy most or all of the puppies the breeder has available and are willing to truck puppies over long distances to their final destinations. This just illustrates kind of how it works. So you get a puppy born at the puppy mill. They're taken from the mom, trucked across to wherever their final destination may be and given to a pet store. So, puppy mills, usually you're not going to be going to visit a puppy mill. You don't get to meet the puppy's parents. No parents are seen when picking up the puppy. Usually the seller might want to meet at like a mutual location, like a store parking lot, and they usually just have, a cage full of these puppies. So you should be able to visit the breeder's home or, the kennel. The dogs should be well kept, friendly, lively, and properly fed. You shouldn't see their ribs poking out or anything like that. Puppies should come with papers from a vet stating that they had vaccinations and a checkup. Breeders should never guarantee traits, temperament, and size of dogs. And then if the dog is a purebred, it should come with papers of purebred status. So before purchasing a puppy, you would want to check out the breeder. They should be willing to answer any and all your questions. They should be friendly and care and, seem to really care about their dogs. Responsible breeders should not let the puppies go home before 8 to 12 weeks. They should require you to sign contracts. And then again, I cannot stress enough, you should be allowed to visit the kennel where this puppy came from and meet at least one of the parents. So what can you do to help? Obviously there's a big thing, adopt, don't shop. Getting a puppy from either a rescue or a shelter is usually a better option. Do volunteering, you can donate, sign petitions, and then, pay attention to the laws and be an advocate for change. Because, those dogs and puppies don't have a voice, so someone has to be their voice. So earlier this year in California became the first state to, so in 2017, there was a law signed into effect stating that puppy stores can no longer sell puppies unless they're from a rescue or shelters. So that law took effect earlier this year. Some other states are following, like Maryland, Washington, New York, and New Jersey. Which is a little glimmer of hope that maybe we're on the way to banning these puppy mills and at least getting pet stores to be more responsible with where they're getting these puppies. So here is a list of my references, and that's it. So I hope you realize now that, these puppies that are coming from these puppy mills are often sick and, do require a lot of care. It's not just bad for the puppies, but the parents that are left there are often, uncared for, unkept, and, do require a lot of care and, emotional support when they are rescued. So I hope everyone realizes that puppy mills should definitely be banned.